Welcome everyone to Lessons Learned. My name is Vincent Veza. I am an author, the founder of Hidden Treasure Novels, and the regional representative for the North Carolina Writers Network. I'm so pleased today to introduce Thomas Doonan, an author in his own right, former chapter head of the North Carolina Writers Network. And he's going to share some lessons with you today that he's learned along the way in his writing career. Thomas, tell us about lesson number 3 and what you've learned.
Thank you, Vincent, and thank you everyone for checking in this afternoon or this evening for a few minutes to hear at least a few of the things I've learned along my way as a writer and also in professional life. I'd like to talk today about a topic that I call chill your mind, or a tag of escape reality every day. It's just, I guess you could say, to be a little bit trite, you need to recharge your batteries, but that's a cliche, so I won't do that. But how about what we want to talk about today is finding a way to let your mind breathe, to sort of get rid of for all the distractions that we're confronted with every day, and give your mind a chance to just allow ideas to drop in and sort of rejuvenate what you were working on, in particular, us as writers. So what do I mean by no distractions? Well, you've got to get away from work, get away from home, get away from homework, get away from children. Forget about what you're cooking for dinner tonight, and just find a time and a place where those everyday routines aren't sort of bogging you down. Well, not bogging you down because they're necessary, but they bog you down. Where's your destination when you're going away from home or going away from work? The physical place isn't necessarily that important. It's wherever your mind takes you. Allow your mind to move away from work, away from cooking dinner, away from home. With no distractions, remember your chill time. There's no agenda. You don't have to write down, okay, there's 5 or 6 things I need to do tonight when I'm going to sort of chill and just relax. If you're writing an agenda, then your mind's not chilling. And likewise, there's no timetable. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, but it probably is a practice you need to work on for a lifetime. As it comes and goes, different days and different weeks, different amounts of time to move away from those distractions. A couple of do's and don'ts are actually 1 do and 3 or 4 don'ts. The do is sort of an obvious one. You all probably guessed in already. Turn off your electronic devices. Turn off your electronic devices. But the first don't is don't take them with you. If you've got your cell phone sitting on the bench next to you on your side porch, and even if it's turned off, guaranteed you're going to be thinking about when's that next text message coming through. And it's going to be distracting your mind from being able to be free, from being able to breathe. So don't take those devices with you. Don't take notes. Don't think about taking notes. Don't do video voice notes. Chilling your mind, letting it breathe. It's not a planning session. It's not a time where you're trying to plan for what you want to accomplish tomorrow. And finally, in terms of the last don't, I would say, don't snap in those earbuds and listen to some rock tunes or some sing-along tunes or even Beethoven or Mozart. What you don't want to do is be listening to someone else's words or someone else's music when you're trying to find time to let your mind wander to where it needs to go next to find the next creative idea or just to calm down. I live in a state now, fortunate or unfortunate, it's a swing state, and we're in a presidential election year. It's unbelievable the amount of political ads that are flooding the airways, constantly throwing messages at us. We need to get away from that for periods of time. So there's a few do's and don'ts. Where, obviously, you're getting away from your daytime and your work time areas. So there is a physical element to chilling your mind. You do need to go someplace different. You're going to go it alone. You're not going to bring a friend or a child or a wife or a spouse. Silence is golden. Oh, another trite expression. Let's just say conversation is not required. In fact, it's discouraged. You don't want to be talking to someone else. You want to be listening to yourself think. You can do it under a tree. That's obvious. You can do it on a walk in the woods. That's obvious. Don't do it on a power run. Yes, you might be by yourself. You might be running down a lonely road by yourself, but you're thinking about probably your heartbeat, your pulse, the patter of your feet on the street, how much you're perspiring. So a power run is something that's made you, helps get you more physically in tune. It's not what you want to do to chill the mind. Side porch, and probably maybe the best sort of tag for where you want to do a chilling your mind out, looking for ideas is, I'd say under the stars, and then your choice, your call, with a sip of whiskey, a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or a nice tall glass of sweet tea. Your call and where and what you want to be drinking. When, how long, and how often. Okay, when's your call? Just do it. No one says you have to do it in the morning, the evening, on weekends, or whatever. Just make sure you make the call and do it. Find time to chill out your mind and relax. How long? It could be 20 minutes, several hours. Frankly, it's going to be for a lifetime at different periods of time during that lifetime of yours. How often? Frequently. Chilling your mind, finding a way to relax and pull back from society isn't something you plan on like, well, I'm going to go on an annual basis, and this is my retreat. So for Saturday afternoon on April 15th of next year, I'm going to chill. You probably need to do it an awful lot more often than that. And before we summarize, it's your call, but just do this chilling of your mind as frequently as possible. So with that said, sort of like to summarize 4 points that I put out to you today. One, get rid of the distractions. And you know what all these distractions are. Many of them are electronic. The do's and don'ts, don't take notes. Don't wear earbuds. Don't let someone else's music get into your head. Anywhere you can, you just go off and do it. And finally, as often as you can. Escape reality every day, ladies and gentlemen, fellow writers. And in summary, write on, write on. And with that said, a little bit of a teaser. The next lesson I'm putting together with Things This Out is called, or I've titled it, Write with Passion. And not necessarily your passion, although I assume you have that, but when you create characters in your fiction, make sure the character has personality that comes alive and people want to listen and read about that particular person. And lesson number 5 in a couple of weeks, I've nailed it, or sorry, I've called it Nail the Opening. It's whether you're taking the first sentence, the first line, the first paragraph, or the first page of your novel or short story, that counts for double. That counts for double that opening. Pay an awful lot of attention to it. And with that said, just a quick look. I've been fortunate enough in the last couple of years, I've published 2 short stories. The first is called A Quest for Love. It's a paranormal love story. The second is Waiting Room Frenzy. It's a really farcical short story about a surgical waiting room, if you can believe that's possible, but it is funny. And finally, hopefully by the end of this year, I'll publish my first full-length novel. It's a paranormal coming-of-age story called Shattered by Fear. And thank you for your time. And as I said, write on. Vince, to you.
Well, thank you, Tom. This has been very instructive. I hope our viewers have picked up some valuable information. This is the 4th in the series that you've hosted with us. We look forward to the next several episodes that you plan to share. Readers, writers out there, we encourage you to reach out to us at hiddentreasurenovels.com. If you're in the Charlotte metro area, reach out to us, the regional chapter, the Metro North chapter of the North Carolina Writers Network. We look forward to hearing from you. We hope that you have a great day and a great weekend. See you next time. Same place, same station, 1 p.m. Thursday afternoon. Have a great day.